Twitter for a little bit and I saw this post. And it was like, hip hop is now going 9 straight months without a top 10 hit on a Billboard Hot 100. The last hip hop track to make it in the top 10 was Drake's What Did I Miss in July of 2025. And I was like, that doesn't sound right, you know? So then I seen somebody in the comments. Somebody was like, Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA was top 10 or number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 in August of 2025. And I was like, wait, but didn't FDO and What You Saying by Lil Uzi go top 10? And I saw another post by Hip Hop All Day that says there's been no rap song charted inside the top 10 on Billboard Hot 100 for over 9 months, the longest drought since the streaming era began. The last song to be released was Drake's What Did I Miss in July of 2020. I'm like, Hip Hop All Day and Kirko posted this on a random Wednesday in April, right? I finish doing what I'm doing, I go back on Twitter, I see Rap TV. There has not been a rap song in the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 in 9 months, the longest amount of time since the streaming era began. The last hip-hop track in the top 10 was Drake's What Did I Miss in July of 2025, which is not only false information, but now I'm like, okay, this is a paid campaign. Like, somebody paid for this to be posted and promoted. And again, I don't dislike paid campaigns or whatever, but I just want you guys to be better able to spot when something is a paid campaign.
Today, I want to talk about the Redditification of hip-hop and how over time, but especially after COVID, we have this rush of people who make it painfully obvious that their only frame of reference of rap and hip-hop are Reddit forums and Rate Your Music. Okay? It is when you tokenize an absolute legend to the rap and hip hop game so that they are almost separate from the culture that they poured their life into. Okay? It is not a problem that Connor's favorite rapper is MF Doom. It is a problem when Connor's only frame of reference of rap and or hip hop is MF Doom. Nothing before, nothing around, nothing after. Just what they were told on a forum is tough.
So Lil Baby got to drop his new album. And I'm going to start really getting on business. Yo, Lil Baby, you and your team paid me $30,000 to keep quiet about your motherfucking album, my nigga.
At a moment he asked me, he said, Act. He said, what are you getting from this? He says, is he paying you? And that was the most insulting thing and I had conversations with these men for a while. But the very idea that I was like a purchasable commodity was so disgusting.
Have you ever noticed how the same song drops and suddenly every reactor, every streamer, every reviewer magically has the same exact opinion? Same buzzwords, same fake shock face, same yo, this is crazy moment. At some point you gotta ask, is this real taste or is somebody cutting checks behind the scenes? Because the music industry learned they don't need radio to control narratives anymore. Now they can buy your favorite content creator, your favorite reactor, your favorite streamer, and make it feel organic. So today we need to talk about how paid opinions are quietly reshaping music culture. Back in the day, it was radio payola. Labels paid DJs to spin records and create the illusion that a song was hot. Today, it evolved. Now instead of one DJ, it's 500 reactors. Instead of radio stations, it's Twitch, YouTube, TikTok streams, and podcast clips. The strategy is simple. Flood the internet with inauthentic reactions, so the audience mistakes repetition for quality. Once enough people hear creators say something is fire, they stop trusting their own ears. The darker side is when creators are incentivized to trash an artist too. Negative coverage spreads faster than praise. If somebody wants to sabotage an artist's rollout, damage their reputation, or shape public perception around their lifestyle, all it takes is a few big creators repeating the same talking points. Now it looks like the internet naturally turned on them. But sometimes that outrage was seeded. That's what makes this dangerous. Promotion can be bought, and destruction can be bought too. This expands beyond just music. It's not just about the bag, Sometimes the bag is attached to the artist's image, their relationship, their street credibility, their politics, their masculinity, their scandals. Because labels, media teams, rival camps, and even brands understand one truth: people stream stories before they stream songs. So if creators can shape how audiences feel about the person, they can influence how the audience receives the music. This is where it gets scary. The audience feels like they're participating in a real community discussion. But if enough of the loudest voices are paid, then the culture isn't speaking anymore. The culture is being scripted. And when scripted opinions dominate timelines, real listeners start self-censoring. People stop saying what they really think because they don't want to go against what looks like the consensus. So the next time every reactor suddenly loves the same mid-song, or every streamer suddenly decides an artist is finished, ask yourself one question. Did the culture decide this? Or did the algorithm get fed a paid script? Because once opinions become products, culture stops being culture. It becomes marketing disguised as authenticity. And if we can't tell the difference, we're not participating in music anymore. We're being programmed by it. The payment almost never shows up as, hey, here's $5,000, say the song is amazing. It's way smarter than that. The industry understands audiences are suspicious of obvious sponsorships, so the bag gets hidden inside the ecosystem. One of the easiest ways labels influence creators is through exclusive access. A creator gets the album early. A streamer gets unreleased snippets before everyone else. A reviewer gets invited to a private listening session. Now, think about the psychology. If a creator knows their access depends on staying in good standing, they don't even need direct payment. The reward is proximity. They start protecting the relationship because being early means views, clout, and channel growth. So suddenly the review isn't fully honest, it's strategic. Sometimes the money doesn't come from the label directly. It might come through a management company, a PR agency, a brand partner, a content activation firm. Now it just looks like, hey, we love to collaborate on this moment. No one says the word payola. No one says script. It's framed as campaign opportunity. The creator gets paid to cover the moment, but everyone knows the desired tone. The sneakiest version isn't about the music. It's when content creators are fed lifestyle angles. Instead of saying, talk about the album, the play becomes, react to the chain collection, talk about relationship drama, discuss whether he's really like that, break down why she's the baddest in the game. Now the creator is technically covering culture, but they're still moving attention towards the artist's brand. The song gets streams because the personality got amplified first. Now let's talk about the darker version. Bad press can be worth just as much as good press. A creator doesn't need to be told, destroy this artist. Sometimes all it takes is giving them the angle. A leaked rumor, a clip out of context, a narrative package. Now every streamer starts asking, is this artist washed? Did they fall off? Is this lifestyle fake? The creator gets views from controversy, and whoever benefits from the artist looking weak gets exactly what they wanted. So the audience thinks they're watching raw opinions, but sometimes what they're really seeing is access management, relationship preservation, marketing partnerships, and outrage incentives. The money is hidden so well, it doesn't even feel like corruption. It just feels like the internet randomly agrees. And once a fake consensus gets repeated enough, the fans stop listening to their own taste. Now they're not listening to music, they're listening to a rollout.
Don't even respect your ass. That's why it's time for the doctor to check your ass, nigga. Why it's time for the doctor to check your ass, nigga. Why it's time for the doctor to check your ass, nigga.
Some of y'all are not reactors, you're rollout tools. Every time the label calls, suddenly the same channels got the same thumbnail face, the same fake, hold on bro, this is crazy, pause, and the same scripted opinion dressed up like authenticity. And what's funny is the audience thinks they're watching taste. No, they're watching access protection. Because some of y'all are terrified that if you give a real opinion, the early links stop coming, the invites stop coming, the backstage moments stop coming. So instead of telling the truth, You protect the relationship. And the worst part, some of y'all think y'all doing the same thing with hate. When it's time to cool an artist off, suddenly everybody got jokes. Everybody got honest criticism. Everybody got concerns about their lifestyle. Same energy, same talking points, same timing. That's not culture, that's coordination. If your opinion changes every time the bag, the access, or the algorithm changes, then you were never a voice. You were just inventory. And I wonder how confident you'll feel knowing you contributed to the death of your own culture.